Mount Ermei, located in the southwest of Sichuan province, with its back to the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and standing in the southwest edge of the Sichuan Basin, is an ancient and famous attraction in China. Three million years ago, the main part of Mount Ermei rose sharply along a fault line here. Due to a complex combination of erosion, weathering and collapse, a massive height difference of more than 2,600 meters was formed between today's mountaintop and the Ermei plain. The summit of 10,000 Buddhas at an altitude of 3,099 meters is the highest peak of Mount Ermei. It has the world's highest and largest metal building complex and is also a World Cultural and Natural Heritage Site. In a commanding position, the Golden Summit, with the biggest concentration of temples and scenic spots on Mount Ermei, can be called the largest and highest place of worship of Chinese Buddhism in the world. The Buddha statue of Samantabhadra, measuring 48 meters high, is the highest golden Buddha in the world and is at the heart of the Golden Summit on Mount Ermei. The 10 heads of the Buddha statue are divided into 3 layers, each with different expressions, representing the 10 mentalities of ordinary people. Many Chinese people come here to pray for the protection of the Buddha. The Golden Summit is also the perfect location to appreciate the wondrous Mount Ermei Sea of Clouds. The 72 peaks of Mount Ermei are mostly over 2,000 meters above sea level. The scenery features high peaks above the clouds and ubiquitous white mist. In such an ocean of white, the many peaks appear to float in the clouds like islands. This sea of clouds can surround Mount Ermei for more than 330 days a year. Formed by ever-changing patches of mist and fog, they present a unique panorama. Summer and autumn are the best time to view them. At every level, the scene is different. If you're lucky, it's also possible to see Gungah Mountain, 7,590 meters above sea level, in the distance from the Golden Summit. In northwestern China, there is a chain of undulating hills called colorful Dongsha. Here you can find the colors of the rainbow. The terrain is so hostile that even grass struggles to survive. So where did this palette of colors come from? It's hard to imagine, but this area was once a lake. The multicolored hills are the result of the long geological evolution of the lake bed. Changes in temperature and humidity, as well as the existence of various mineral elements and the different iron content in lake sediments especially, gave rise to the spectrum of colours. Part of the ancient Silk Road, it is said that Marco Polo once visited here over 700 years ago. However, compared to Marco Polo, today we can have much more fun. The Hengduan Mountains, located in southwestern China, offer some of the most magnificent scenery in the country. The main peak is called Mount Gungah. On the west slope of the mountain, at an altitude of about 4,000 meters, there is a large calcification pool group locally called Chuanhuatan. This group of calcification pools under Mount Gungah is hidden in a valley surrounded by mountains on three sides. Large tracts of white calcified soil have tumbled down from a nearby hill, extending to the bottom of the valley and creating a colourful calcified pool. At 4,300 meters above sea level, there is a hot spring spouting 1.5 meters high. And the water temperature is always around 30 degrees. It's the main source of water for Yulongxi, Chuanhuatan. More than 900 meters long and 100 meters wide. The Chuanhuatan has 8 Chuanhua terraces down the mountain. There are more than a dozen colourful pools of different sizes and shapes on each terrace. The various aquatic plants and hynobius salamanders in the colourful ponds bring endless vitality to this ancient geological wonder. And the algae of various colours at the bottom of the pond make the pool water even more colourful.
In ancient times, Jinshan City, Jiangsu Province in eastern China, was called Jinkou. Located at the Golden Cross of the Yangtze River and the Beijing-Hangzhou Grand Canal, it is a place of strategic importance. The upper reaches of the Yangtze River deposit a lot of silt here, which has gradually built up into a small island in the river. There are 3 beautiful mountains here, namely Jinshan Mountain, Beigu Mountain, and Jiaoshan Mountain, which are closely connected with the Yangtze River and are called the 3 mountains of Jinkou. Jinshan Mountain is only 42 meters above sea level. Although Jinshan Mountain is said to be on the Yangtze River, because the river's course has moved to the north, Jinshan is now some distance away from the Yangtze. Beigu Mountain, 10 meters higher than Jinshan Mountain, is just beside the Yangtze River. From here, Jinshan Mountain can be seen in the west and Zhaoshan Mountain in the east. The mighty river flows around the foot of the mountain. Zhaoshan, the highest of the three, with an altitude of 70.7 meters and an area of 38 hectares. It is located in the Yangtze River. Surrounded by water, encircled by the green waves, the green mountain looks like a piece of jade floating on the river. People can reach the island by boat to experience the gentle river water in the dry season and appreciate the magnificent scene in the wet season. Compared with many famous mountains, this seemingly inconspicuous local landscape, composed of 3 beautiful mountains, coexist and integrate with the Yangtze River, becoming a landmark in this area.
Arhai Lake at Dali in southwest China is the second largest freshwater lake in Yunnan province. Feared he had been killed in battle. The princess cried day and night, and her tears gathered to form the Arhai Lake. When her husband eventually returned, he found the princess had died of a broken heart. He swore to heaven that he would turn into a mountain to stay with the lake. The couple, the Arhai Lake and Dongsha Mountain, lived together for eternity. Along the shore of the Arhai Lake, there are many inns where you can hear the gentle lapping of the waters. The lake is also a favorite spot for movie makers. Arhai Lake, shaped like an ear, seems to be listening to every story being told.
Areas around the latitude of 42 degrees north on Earth are mostly known for their cool and pleasant climate. But there is one exception, which is famous for its incredible heat. This is the flaming mountain in China's northwestern Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Here grows grapes. After harvest, they are sent to shade houses for drying. The shade houses are built on the slopes of barren mountains, high up and with no shelter, so as to make full use of the hot, dry winds in the Turpan Basin. There are many holes in the walls of the shade houses, which not only help with ventilation, but also help avoid direct sunlight on grapes. It takes just 40 days for the fresh grapes to be dried by the hot air.
This is one of the most beautiful highways in China. It passes through thousands of islands in the West Sea of Jinshan Mountain in Jiangxi province. There are more than 1,600 islands in this area of water, creating a lake of 1,000 islands. The lake is vast and tranquil, with an average depth of 45 meters. On a good day, the visibility in the lake can reach up to 11 meters.